So I'm out walking Mr. Kitty. He's in the bushes right now, but I came over here to look at my garden, okay? You might laugh at it and go, that's not a garden. But I came to check on the squash, and I noticed that the strawberry leaves started to grow. See, I guess these things, look at the parsley. Oh my gosh, that was not like that, okay? And the carrots, wow. Everything's growing now that it's fall. And look at the whatchamacallits, the kale. So I guess next year we know that it doesn't want to grow in the hot sun. Pretty good. Hey, misters, look at you. You getting all adventurous? Are you, Mr. Kitty? Hey, mister. What do you got? What do you got, misters? The misters. The misters. Lisa Fry, the Catholic unschooler, homeschooler, all around schooler. I used to spin all the way around, but if I do that, I'm going to be like an alligator with this wrapped around me. I am having a good day, thank the Lord. Even though it's a Sunday, it's an afternoon. It's wonderful, it's peaceful. I was very motivated to pick some weeds and, I don't know, just laundry, take Mr. Kitty for a walk. Sarah's out with her very best friend. And the only reason why, because she hasn't been willing to go out with anybody really, because the steroids have really done a serious, seriousness to her flesh. So, but they go and hide out somewhere and, get something to eat. And I think they're going to go to Spirit Halloween and try to find her a costume to wear. So that's the update on her. And, trying to learn more about Saint Therese, a beautiful saint. She died at the age of 24. I have a very strange bird. Birdie, Mr. Kitty. Yeah. And she loved God so much. And she didn't consider herself one of the great saints, but she not only is a great saint, she's also a doctor of the church. So that means that she has like this really awesome teaching for all of us. There's really great insight. And there's only about 30 of those in the church. So she made it when she thought that she wasn't. In fact, because she had a little way about her. She would always say like, people weren't ever going to notice her. And the thing is, there's nothing great about her. Because like she just really kind of mastered, doing great deeds, like getting somebody a glass of water and not receiving the praise for it. So little things like that. And she would always say, like, if she put her arms up, that the Lord would pick her up and take her into heaven in his arms. And she would even be higher than the great saints, only for that reason, not for her own self. So she has blessed me beyond belief. She is faithful in what she said on the earth. She said that she was going to send roses from heaven. And don't you know it, man? Oh, did it work out that way in my life? Ho, 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 ho. That's another story. But, yeah, so Mr. Kitty has a friend. Here's the misters. I like this harness because it's a harness, not a leash around his neck, which I don't like, in case sometimes he wants to run. But if you look over there, you'll see Bear. See Bear? That's the dog. He's very, very, very old, very old. That's Mr. Kitty's friend. Right, mister? Hey, want to say hi to your friends on YouTube? Look. Hi, honey. I love you. You're a good boy, huh? Are you a good boy? Yes, you are. So, I'm trying to remain peaceful. It's been very good. Last week was not good for me at all. I had a panic attack, okay? I did. It was about 3:30 in the morning. I woke up and my thoughts, I was just tossing, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking really horrible thoughts like, is Sarah okay in her room? Is she okay? Is this what she's enduring? Is it going to end up, doing bad things? And so I started like panicking, and I didn't want to go upstairs and look. I was too afraid. So I called Steven's best man, our best man at our wedding. He didn't answer. He did, but then like I heard it hang up. It was like he just was like fumbling around, and then he hung up, and then so I tried other people, and I felt super bad. But all I kept thinking about was, okay, people always said if you need me anytime. So I was like, all right. So I tried to call people that didn't work, and but then he called me back, and I was really grateful for that, because I was like, literally, I was breathing very heavy, and I was over the toilet, ready. I was ready to vomit my brains out, and I didn't want to do that. And so I blessed myself, and I said a Hail Mary, and then instantly it went away. That has been happening. If you ever do that, if you ever want to vomit, and then all of a sudden you pray a Hail Mary, bless yourself, then I oftentimes bless my belly too, and it has been stopping. I haven't vomited in a long time. With Steven I did. I don't think I prayed then though. Yeah, I guess that's what, don't eat a bug, Mr. Kitty. That's what stress, I guess, does to me. I mean, I'm talking major stress, like over the top stress, not just stress. But, yep. And so he talked to me for about an hour and a half, and then he went to work, and he said he was up anyway. So then I went to sleep again, and then I woke up and I was doing it again. It was like, oh my gosh, because when I was on the phone with him, he said, Lisa, I was telling him my worries. He goes, why don't you just go upstairs and check Sarah? Let me show you this. Wow, you are getting dirty. What's the sense in that, Mr. Kitty? You can't bring that in the house. That's not good for Sarah or anybody. Look at him. He loves it. He feels tough and wild. Huh, Mr. Kitty? There's Bear, Mr. Kitty. There's Bear, the doggy. And he loves going over here. Loves it. So, again, I went over the toilet. I was ready, okay? This time I was even more ready than last time. And I prayed the Hail Mary, and I blessed myself. And I had all these little tiny little vial bottles with like the Holy Land, oil from the Holy Land, where Jesus was. So I had like 4 of them, and I just blessed myself with them, and I stopped wanting to throw up. What do you see? Was it a chipmunk, Mr. Kitty? Oh, we have to be careful over here because we do have wild animals, right? Okay, so anyway, Mr. Kitty, he's very busy, very curious. Yeah, so that's how I know I'm over the top. And as I was laying there panicking, I actually said to myself, I need help. I say it out loud. So it happened it happened with Steven. It happened in the hospital when I first found out that she had leukemia, and twice in my house in the same day. So that was pretty wild, It's just like, one of my friends did suggest anxiety medication, but I'm not doing it. No, I want, because the Lord says, be anxious for nothing. So if I'm weak in hey, there you go, a little spotlight for you. If I'm weak in that department with anxiety, that means I'm weak in my trust with God, and I have to build that up, and I can't numb it. I understand it'll help my physical being, probably not be anxious, but you know what I mean? I have to exercise that area in trusting God, because I know I have a problem with that. I'm learning. I definitely am. Mr. Kitty, can you get out of the leaves? I hear there's ticks in there. Mister, I don't want you over there. Come on. I'm teaching him the word walk. Walk, walk, Mr. Kitty. Come on. Walk, walk. Walk, walk. Come on. He just loves being an animal. So thank God for good people in your life. If you don't have good people in your life, I highly suggest finding them, and a multitude of them. Having an army full of really healthy-minded, good, holy people is what I recommend. because they will be there for you, and they're faithful, and you know, their focus is on the Lord, and you really want that. You're really going to need it. You know, whatever your cross is throughout your life, or what your cross will be in your life, you know. So, that is that. You know, we have our trials. And we have to carry our cross every day, the Lord says. He says, carry your cross daily. So you have to carry it. And don't wish you had somebody else's cross, let me tell you, because that's not for you. That's their walk. That's the measure that person needs to achieve heaven. And that's the only reason why we have all these trials, is to strengthen our faith, right? And our trust in God. I've been thinking about Job a lot, and I really don't like reading it, except that I like to see his faith. So the devil asked God, because he can't do anything unless God gives permission. Nothing, not even possessing people. And yes, God allows that. Imagine that. So he might be going, what are you talking about? God would never do that. Yeah, well, the devil can't do anything. No evil can occur unless God gives permission. You might say, why does God give permission? And because the worst possible thing is going to hell. And so Job got, the devil asked, I bet you he'll turn his back on you. And so God said to the devil, go ahead, you can have him. Go and go do what you will with him, basically. So he did, and he took his children and his animals, and the house came crashing down on the kids, and he never turned his back on God. So, I think about that, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And my brother reminded me the other day, he goes, Lisa, don't forget. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy, right? You lose your husband, and then you find out 3 years later that your daughter has cancer, and it's like, whoa, like, I remember my life, like, having some trouble, but not like this. And so he says, remember, Lisa, you said you wanted to avoid purgatory altogether. And so, yep, I would say that God is answering my prayers on that one, So, yeah, I guess it's better to do it all here than later. When you die, I just want to go right to heaven. You know what I mean? I just want to show my beautiful, beautiful boy. Oh, he was resting. Look how dirty. He looks like he's been outside for days and days. You look like you're homeless, Mr. Kitty. The Misters. You guys want to sing the song with me? All right, so it goes like this now. Don't forget, you have to start off like you're beckoning him, okay? Like a hopeless beckoner. Mr. Kitty, I love you. And you have to sound like, yeah. All I picture is sounding like somebody from, I would say, the 20s and 30s, right? And then you have to say Mr. Bunny now, because we have to think, look at how long his limb is, okay? I call him Mr. Long Limbs also. He has many names. All right, so then we say, Mr. Bunny, I love you too. It's the too. That when you sing it like that, it sounds like somebody wearing a top hat back in the 20s and 30s, Mr. Kitty. That's right. So, I guess Sarah and her friend Anna are going to make a homemade pizza today, and they're going to buy a costume for Halloween. Let's hope there is a Halloween, a trick-or-treating. Oh, Mr. Kitty, oh, you tired? If I say go to sleep, Mr. Kitty, go to sleep. Mr. Kitty, he can't do it out here. He's too much action. But whenever he's in the house and I say go to sleep, he always squints his eyes, and he does. He goes to sleep. It's the funniest thing. I'm telling you, man, you can teach your animals English. It is phenomenal. Yep. And when they show their bellies, like as they're stretching in your house, it's that they feel super safe. They might be releasing heat instead of, like when they're all in a ball, a lot of times that could be that they're just trying to get heat. And and when they stretch out, it could be that they're trying to release the heat, but also you can definitely guarantee while that's happening that they feel super comfortable. And if they lay on their back and their belly is completely exposed, well, guess what? You have won them over 1,000 times. They feel safe with you. Isn't that good, Misters? Mr. Kitty, you're a gift to our lives. Yes, you are. You're fun. You are getting bigger, though. Are you getting bigger, Mr. Kitty? His name is really Stuart, and we call him Stu. But most times, it's the Misters, the Mr. Kitty. And I got Mr. because I had my beautiful friend Jacqueline here, and she's so elegant, and she's so sophisticated and smart and intelligent. And so in the morning, she'd wake up to go make herself some coffee with her beautiful coffee pot, and she would say, "Good morning, Mister." She couldn't say Mr. Kitty, so she would say, "Good morning, Mister." Right, Mr. Kitty? Hey, right? Hi, honey. Look at you. Oh, that's the Mr. Kitty. Aw. Look at him. He's got leaves hanging from him. He's a mess. What you doing there? Yeah, so you can look up online anything about Saint Therese, maybe her life. And she became a nun, I believe, at 15. Yeah, she went actually to Rome to ask for the Pope's permission. How's that? Yep, and all her sisters became nuns. There was, I think, 5 of them all together, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, they all became nuns. So, aw. Look, Bear! 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 Hi, sweetheart. Hi, honey. He's very old. He's been with us for so long in this front yard. Bear! Oh, he's drinking the water. That's nice. We love you, Bear. What are you eating, Mr. Kitty? Hopefully it's not a feather. Is it? You better not. That is disgusting. Although they do eat birds, right? He has to touch things. He's so funny. Yeah. So yeah, you can go learn about her, and she's really spectacular. And one of her promises was that she was going to do her good in heaven, and she was going to rain down roses from heaven. Oh my gosh, does she keep that promise or what? Bear! Go see Mr. Bear, Mr. Kitty. Oh, Bear. Bear! You're a good boy. Yes, you are. I wonder if he's trying to sit down. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Come on. You can do it, Bear. Woohoo! Good job. Good job, baby. Good job.